Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Worldwide Economic Migrants, where I share with you on issues affecting economic migrants, and I also share with you my experiences and the experiences of others. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting and sharing my videos. Thank you. And those who have not yet done so, kindly do so. I do really appreciate. By the way, I am Girema Kwari, or Mrs. Maivise, or you can call me Gracious. So today I want to talk about our first car in Lesotho. Yes, at that moment we did not have money, like saving money and buy a car, so we had to take a loan. There are times where you need to take a loan for you to buy a car. Yeah, it depends with your situation. For us, that's what we did. In Lesotho, we had friends, Zimbabwean colleagues. So there is this one I want to name Museyama. This is not the real name of this person, but for the sake of referring to this person, let me just call this person Museyama. So Museyama was the one who was well versed in cars. Museyama was someone who was intelligent. Museyama was an experienced driver. Museyama was someone who had more knowledge in different areas. So we had to consult him with the other friends on which car to buy and where to buy. So as they were discussing, at first they thought of buying this car from Durban. You know, you got those garages in Durban. And there was also another option of buying it online from Japan. As they were discussing, finally, they decided that it was better to buy it online, and it was also cheap buying it online, looking at the amount we had at that moment. So what then happened is we did that. Unfortunately, we paid for that car, and there was another person who paid for that car, and it was given to another person, and they had to look for another one which was specifically like the one we had chosen. Because of that, it took 6 months for us to get our car, but finally we got it. And this car was Toyota Camry. I loved this car. I'm even missing it. I loved it. So why did we choose to buy Toyota Camry? The reason why we chose it was easy to maintain. It was easy to get spare parts, and the spare parts were cheap. And also it could save fuel. And also it had a spacious boot. Those four things. So some of us, when you are still young, when you are still growing, depending on what you are doing, we need to consider such things when we are buying our first cars. We need to consider such things. It depends with your situation. We are different. But if you are small, like us at that moment, those days, you may consider some of these things. Is the car easy to maintain? Are the parts easily available? Are the parts cheap? You know, there are cars that if it have a problem of a tire, just buying that one tire, it's expensive. So sometimes you don't want a situation where you end up being in huge debts because of these things. So I am saying, you work with what is there at any given moment. You do what suits you. For us, we wanted to move from point A to point B, and we did not want even breakdown. So we exercised due diligence when we were choosing that car. It served us very well. Yeah, we would travel Lesotho to Zimbabwe. And we were people who would travel, Bechinafu, Mashingo, yeah. What is this? Bindura. Yeah, we were people who would travel. But there was never a day we had a breakdown because of a mechanical fault. No, it was good. And also, another thing is we need to service our cars. Let us treat those cars very well. If you treat it well, it will not develop problems. Don't wait until it started developing problems, until that problem cause another problem, and then it will be a problem. Let us treat these cars very well. So for us, we were good at servicing those cars, but not me. My husband, me, I'm not good in that. I'm not good in that. Me, I know how to drive. I can only drive. I don't even know different types of cars. I know Toyota. I'm just joking. I know them, but I don't know much about cars. I don't know much about cars. I know them. We bought another one when we were in Lesotho. I now know them. But today I just want to talk about this Toyota Camry. This one saved us very well. So it saved us for 6 years. We had no problem with that car. So those are the things we need to consider when we are still rising. Small, you just need patience. Small things will become great. That's the car we went to Eswatini with. And I remember there was someone who would always laugh at my husband that, you should stop using second-hand cars. You should go for brand new cars. So this person would continue laughing at my husband. And this person thought that she was going to convince him to buy a brand new car. But years passed. Until this person said, hey, Wena, we talked with that person. He said, you people, we are not used to I don't know what can I say, Manje, now in English, to change. I don't know the right word to use. So, I'm telling you this so that you know that when people are giving you advice, you listen. But you are the one who should sit down and decide on what suits you, because we are different. For us, we knew what we were to cover. We knew our responsibilities. So whoever would tell us to take a brand new car, for us, it was not in our plan. So we should not be tossed to and fro. We should grow and be able to really sit down, think on what you want, and go for it. Yes, we listen to what people say, but you have to think on way forward, because we are different. For them, especially that person who was laughing at my husband, they were now at a stage of affording those cars, and they were driving those cars. And like for us on our situation at that moment, we were relying on one salary. And this person, they were both working good jobs with their husband. No, there were people who were far in terms of even age. So we need to consider this when we are young. There are some people who are maybe older than us, and they may come to us when we are young and maybe give us advice. But yet the advice he is giving you cannot suit with you at that moment. We want good things, but small we'll reach there. One day we'll drive those brand new cars. We all want good things, but we just have to do the right thing at the right time. Timing is very important. Do the right thing at the right time and at the right place. I grew up hearing this from my father. He would always tell us almost every day, do the right thing at the right time, and at the right place. So timing is very important. You have to look at your situation and see what suits you. Listen when people are talking, but decide. You are the one who make a decision. I remember there was someone who would also tell me, you need a brand new car because this ex-Japan, you can have breakdown. And this person was talking, yet I know that we have been driving from Lesotho to Zimbabwe, cross country, and then coming back to Lesotho, and you are telling me that we have a breakdown. Yet I have an experience of using these cars. So I told that person that you don't talk about what you don't know. You don't have an experience with these second-hand cars. Because for that person, he had experience with him just brand new cars. So he didn't know much about ex-Japanese cars. So I said, keep quiet. You don't know. Let me tell you, the one who knows, who have been using these cars. So at one moment, that person bought now an ex-Jap. And then they did not have problems with it. I said, now tell me what you wanted to tell me that day. And then, that person started laughing and said, I realized that you knew what you were talking. So sometimes if you see it having problems, it depends with your choice. How did you choose that car? Did you make a thorough observation? Like for us, when we wanted to buy cars, when we were in Eswatini, we would use an experienced mechanic to test it. If you are buying it in a garage, if you are buying it online, you have to check on the condition, check and see whether it depends with what you have chosen. So I'm saying, let us make wise decisions, especially when we are still rising. Yes, we need good things, but let us not be tossed to and fro by people. So I said we chose Toyota Camry because it was easy to maintain. The spare parts were easily available and were cheap, and it was good at saving fuel, and it had a spacious boot because for us at that moment we wanted that spacious boot to put our goods when going to Zimbabwe. So thank you so much. Thank you. What I'm saying here, you take whatever you want, you leave whatever does not suit you. Thank you so much for watching. I do really appreciate. Thank you. See you next time. Goodbye. Chitra chiri murutsoka.